What is up, guys? It is your boy Keep It Real. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Now, to start off your week, Lil Tay is back from the dead. Yes, and with a bang. So, if you do not know who Lil Tay is, Lil Tay, for proper grammar purposes, she is basically the youngest flexer according to herself. Let's watch. Let's go throwback to 5 years ago when this girl first popped up, because man, she took the internet by storm because she was just straight up flexing. She was just annoying. So go back to memory lane. Ooh, let's go back to the memory lane. Smoking big
You
carrots.
already know what it is. Lil Tay, the youngest flex of the century. I'm only 9 years old, but I'm richer than all y'all broke ass haters. This female kitchen is bigger than your whole entire living room, and I got 4 more houses. Y'all haters are already older than me, but y'all still talking shit. I'm a 9-year-old millionaire, and I be smoking dope, bitch. Shut your mouth before I smack you, auntie. Lil Tay out here balling in the IA. I dropped 200 racks on this car, and I'm only 9 years old. I got the keys to this car. See this? These are butterfly wings. Y'all haven't seen this car in your
Okay, that's enough. Shut up, please. Shut up. Goodness gracious, my brain was having an aneurysm just watching that. I think I had 3 strokes, maybe a seizure. Lord have mercy. Sorry for the bad language. But when that was coming out, I swear there was something going on with the internet, cuz from that point, from Lil Tay's existence, everybody became a nasty young flexer, I swear. Not according to my own experience. Just look at the internet. Everybody wants to be a big flexer at a young age. Oh my gosh. That's what Lil Tay was doing way long ago, and look what happened. People are gonna get upset because she's sitting on top. I don't think she has anything to do with it. Nobody thinks she has anything to do with it. She sounds like an adult talking. No 9-year-old is pumping those fumes. No 9-year-old is sitting here smoking a big carrot with a big rack talking about I smoked the big ones I spent two. No, no. You go back and play Minecraft, please. So they a few months ago, her family. I'm saying that in quotations because no family should treat their family like this. Basically said that she died. Let's read what they said on Instagram. I'm not going directly to their post because I don't care. I don't care about them, and I'm not gonna, put them on the map. They can stay in the dirt. It is with a heavy heart that we share the devastating news of our beloved Claire's sudden and tragic passing. We have no words to express the unbearable loss and indescribable pain. This outcome was entirely unexpected and has left us all in shock. Who is Claire? Lil Tay. That's who it is. Her brother's passing adds an even more unimaginable depth to our grief. During this time of immense sorrow, we kindly ask for privacy as we grieve this overwhelming loss, probably trying to avoid legal issues. As the circumstances surrounding Claire and her brother's passing are still under investigation, Claire will remain forever in our hearts and my pocket, her absence leaving an irreplaceable void that will be felt by all who knew and loved her. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words, Sensei, but I don't care about what you have to say when you blatantly lie. So Lil Tay has been going live on Instagram, but I thought she died. There was a lot of speculation on whether she actually did, but nah, she came back. She came back hot and ready. Look at this. Look at this. And I'll say this. For what she is, she does have some musical talent. She does, cause I was listening here and I was kind of okay. Beethoven the 18,000. I told y'all. So no disrespect. No disrespect. I completely respect the piano grind. If you play a piano, you are a amazing human being. If you play any instrument, props to you. You got magic fingers. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. But yeah, she was coming out here, and look, I'm not going to say anything about this, but she is a teenager right now. You know who's also on TikTok, YouTube, all that? Teenagers. So Lil Tay is not only gonna be looking like, look, first comment, exactly. That is something that the internet has just gone down. Like, if anybody is remotely like whatever, you know, they immediately garner attention no matter the speculatory stuff behind them, just because they can take good pictures, just because they look good on video. And I don't care what she looks like. But again, you got all those teenagers and little kids, maybe people that don't even know what she was doing beforehand, and that's probably why she took 5 years so she could just come back stronger and better. But again, I respect the complete grind from Lil Tay. I know that it's hard to become famous. It's hard to get money on the internet. But I mean, when you're standing here doing stuff like this, I'm not gonna stay there and watch the whole thing because although she did a good job, I'm not gonna sit there and listen to it. So she comes back, she starts playing music, she starts going on Instagram Live, she starts talking and flexing again because for some reason, after the beginning, after the all the backlash and all the bad things that happened,
5 years, and I'm still the youngest one out. 5 years, and y'all bitches are still broke.
goodness gracious. After she said those things, I kind of feel broke. I think that I took those 5 years and I did not do jack squat, jack diddly squat. So maybe she is right. Maybe she took those. Just kidding. So after that flexing, she had to take a step back. She had to come back to all seriousness. She had to, come back down to earth because you can't just flex. You also gotta be a human. If you want to get attention, you gotta flex. You gotta be relatable. You gotta have gone through something bad. You know how it works, guys. When people get a lot of money and a lot of fame, they also have to remember it's good to flex for them because it makes people want to be them. And then it's good for them to be human and say that they feel sad and feel these things, even if they didn't, because it's relatable to us when we look at them and all the things they have. It is something already programmed into society to want the things that these people have. I don't want anything to do with Lil Tay. I don't want nothing of her cars. Her cars are probably rented like her family. So, and again, this is not her fault. This is none of this that is occurring. I'm going to put the blame on her. She is 14, I believe. After the 5 year gap, she was 9. Now she's 14, maybe 15. So I wouldn't put any blame on her. She's not even above legal age. She can't even give consent. She still has to get a parent signature to go to the museum. Okay? That's what I'm referring to. This is not an adult. This is a child that was forced to become an adult by her parents. Let's see what she says about said parents so we get a deeper understanding. And you can't take all this factual, but just take it with a grain of salt and keep it on the back burner if anything else occurs legally.
Where do I even start? 5 years ago, I became famous. I disappeared. He started a court case. He started a court case to silence me so I could not speak on what was happening and so he could take control over my money. His name is Chris Hope. This is him. This is Chris Hope.
You know what? This looks kind of like Jimmy Neutron's daddy.
All right. Let's just get into it. Buckle up because I cannot even tell you the full story. I have to give you a summary of it. So let's just fucking go. First of all, this man, he was bringing, when I was living with him, these are all events that happened before I became famous because he had not been in my life for years before then. He was bringing random ass women around all the time and literally hooking up with them in front of me. I was a child.
Yeah, you're still a child, but hey, if your dad or mom is bringing people and doing inappropriate things with them in front of you, dog, they got something screwed up. I promise you, you are not the issue. If that is happening to you, call somebody and seek help. Do not let anybody do that weird stuff around you.
And one of those women was named Shima Ali, his assistant.
Hey, yo! Hey, brother. I'm trying to stay
These are not
strong.
private
Get that
this
out of
is
my
her-
face.
this is her
Ain't
Facebook
nobody trying
wallpaper.
to see
These
that.
are not private
Get
photos.
it out of here. Lord have mercy.
Oh my god. I remember one time, it was the middle of the night, and I was awakened by them next to me in the bed.
What? What did she just say? Next to me in the bed with a child? Yo, y'all gotta. What is it? See what I'm saying? I can't even blame her for anything that she said or has done because her daddy is screwed.
And I could literally, she had her hand on my leg, and I was frozen in place. I was so young at that time. I had no fucking idea what was going on, and I was just frozen in place. And then I moved, and then that's when she took her leg off my hand. They were literally in bed next to me. They did not care, and they were literally disregarding the fact that I wasn't even there. That's fucking insane. He was hooking up with random women all the time, and he found them off of Craigslist. This is his Craigslist email to.
I can't read it because it's backwards. I don't have that ability, magic ability. If you do got that ability, drop down in the comments what that says, but I just don't. So she's over here saying this man is hooking up next to her in bed, his child essentially, and also looking for people on Craigslist. Brother, how weak are you mentally? For real. That you gotta go look for people on Craigslist out of all places. You know, go to the store, grab you a bucket of ice cream, a pint of ice cream, go back home, pick up a movie that you really like, sit down, eat it, and contemplate, bro, because you are gross.
To a random woman.
Hey, and if you do that for fun, no judgment. I'm just saying.
Who had an ad. Okay, this is an email trying to hook up with people. This is my mom talking to somebody about it after she found out about it. It's fucking crazy, but out of all of the random ass women that came and went, mostly Asian women, because he has an Asian fetish, if you didn't know, only one of them is prominent. And this is where Honey Hope comes in the story. So, Honey Hope, she is Christopher John Hope's wife, currently. And he met her online when she was living in the Philippines. And she is a career scammer. When she was living in the Philippines, she was scamming as a career, which I will get into later. Oh, this is her. That's her right there. That's her and Chris.
I hate to do the comparison, but Chris kind of looking like Peter Parker from the future in Across the Spider-Verse. I'm sorry, guys. I know we love that movie.
This is just one of her victims. This is online. She was a career scammer. So she met Chris Hope online, like usual, because all he wants to do is hook up with women online. But they started having a bond. And he wanted to fly her to Canada, which is exactly what happened. And she left the father of her son to be with Chris because she thought that he would provide her with a luxurious good life and bring her to Canada and all that. And then things just went fucking downhill from there.
I'm sorry, but I'm invested in this story, guys. I'm just here watching and listening.
She entered my life. When I was living with them, like I said, they were still doing the most out-of-pocket sexual shit in front of me. She would get out of the shower and she wouldn't even put clothes on. And they were always playing these sexually inappropriate movies in front of me, openly in front of me. So that was the norms. Those were the norms in this household.
They were watching Berserk. They were watching Berserk, man.
It's fucking sick. And
Casca! I'm sorry, I'm not
She
making fun of her situation.
she would always take out her anger onto me. I If her son did anything wrong, it would become my fault. And she punched me, she pinched me. Pinching me was a really big thing.
You guys may not think that is common, and I know a lot of people do, but a lot of people that have stepchildren, it's not everybody, because some people are great step parents, but there's a lot of step parents that have a very big bias to their own children, and when they do have a stepchild, the stepchild becomes the outlet of abuse because they don't feel as emotionally attached to the child that did not come from them. It's reality. This is very believable stuff. I'm not going to jump the gun and say that all this is 100% accurate. I mean, she's pulling up screenshots and these messages, but they could also be fabricated. So, there's a lot of legal things that they got to go through, a lot of people talking, a lot more digging, but she does have a pretty good case. So my thing is, you come onto the internet and you out your Chris and the Hope lady, and this is what you get. You haven't gone to court. She probably hasn't because she's 15. But take a look, Lil Tay's mom. All these things, could be put more in privacy and handled behind the scenes. And he already tried to take control of her money and power.
Chris mainly shoved me, and this is one of the worst incidents that happened.
See what I'm saying?
This is a police report. They were physically abusing me constantly. And like I said, if her son acted out of line, she would use me as a scapegoat and take it out on me. And in fact, physical abuse of me was so common in this household that her son caught onto it, and he was doing it to me too, and they would just egg him on.
Yo. Sickening.
They forced me to watch many horror movies when I was in their house. One of them was Bride of Chucky, and when they put it on, I couldn't get out of the room, and I was literally sobbing. And I tried to put my face into a pillow when they were playing the horror movie in front of me.
I'm sorry, guys. I gotta cut it off. I can't. I'm gonna put the link down below so you guys can watch the complete version by yourselves. The only reason I'm not watching it completely is because it is 15 minutes, and I saw a little bit of it. I didn't watch it all, but I want to get into more serious things. Well, not more serious things because that and all that is very serious. But Lil Tay released a music video, Sucker for Green, and it is number 2 on trending with 2.3, I'm just going to sum it up, million views. This is a young lady who is capable of a lot of things. And as you guys saw, there is abuse going on there. Even if it's not 100% true and she might be blowing some things out of proportion, there is abuse there. There's a reason why this child was told to do this.
I've been driving this around the Beverly Hills area, and I'm only 9 years old. I ain't got no license, but I ain't ever gonna get no license. Lil Tay just got verified. Y'all hoes said I wouldn't make it, but bitch, look.
No 9-year-old is just out here talking to these people. They are very impressionable. They're going to be scared of getting put on the fire burner. To go back in time and think when you were 9 years old. What were you doing? Leave a comment down below. Because me as a 9-year-old, I was playing on the GameCube, on PlayStation 3, and I was just having a blast with my bros. My mom didn't come into my room and she said, let's watch Bride of Chucky and You Can't Escape. Yes, we did watch some horror movies, and I gotta say, Paranormal Activity still haunts me to this day because when I was a kid, I watched it with my mom and I shouldn't have. And then, but she said, hey, there's some food. If you want to go, you can play. You can come with us to the store. All these type of things. But nothing like this. She was never like, stand on the car, flex. We grew up in poor economic, means. We grew up in the bad stuff, man. I'm over here going way too deep about myself. I'm not gonna keep going about that because we're talking about Lil Tay. But even at that point, my mom My parents never abused me. And think about it. These parents have everything they need because their child is popular, and they chose to abuse their child and exploit their innocence. So Lil Tay is back from the dead. We're gonna keep watching and seeing how her career progresses, because I do believe she has a very positive career ahead of her. The song is actually pretty good. It's not that bad. I'm not gonna sit here and listen it to with you guys because I don't want to get striked for listening to Lil Tay, you know. But she does have a pretty good song. She has a good head on her shoulders. She is very capable of speaking about her experiences with her family, as we saw back here. But I do believe that this video right here still has something to do with her parents. I don't think that she would be able at 15 years old to produce something like this without parent involvement. So she's back from the dead, but is she really? You know what I'm saying? Is she really back from the dead? Or is she just back? Because it looked to me like she doesn't look happy. She just has money. That's it. No love from her family. People still bashing her for what she was way back then because her parents influenced her. Don't put the blame on Lil Tay. And I'm not here protecting her flexing, but I am. This was a child that was pushed to do wrong things. With all that being said, it's your boy Keep It Real, and like I said, I'll leave links down all below so you guys can enjoy it yourselves with some peace and quiet and popcorn. Remember, have a wonderful week. Keep it real. Out.